cherry bombs, it is me, Cherry, and I'm back with another story time. So yeah, I'm about to give you guys this crazy story time because oh my god, this was what a time, what a time, what a time. So if y'all would like to hear about what it was like being friends with the whole friend, stay tuned. Before we get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your notifications on because I'm very sporadic with how I post, and if you don't have them on, you will surely miss me because I ain't got no schedule, y'all. I really wish I was that girl. I'm not that girl. All my social medias are linked down below. I'm active on IG, TikTok, Twitter. Love Twitter. And let's get into this story time. This is another story with myself and Kitty, my forever best friend, because we are locked in for life. I don't even know how you do that, but we locked in for life. I don't know where to begin, bro. I don't know where to begin. So basically, okay, so back in, man, what year was this? I think this was like 2019 up until part of 2020. That's what it is. 2019 up until part of 2020. Myself and Kitty had this friend. I'm gonna name her Connie, and it's gonna be short for connoisseur, because she was a connoisseur of that eggplant. Child bless it. Connie the connoisseur. This child, Connie, took us through a lot. So back in 2019 through like the beginning of 2020, we had this friend. Her name was Connie. Connie got around, and when we originally, I cannot remember, actually I think so, Kitty and Connie met through social media, and then all three of us had been friends on social media, but her and Connie used to have exchanges and stuff, and then eventually they became friends, and then I met Connie through Kitty. I'm sorry these names rhyme, y'all, but it's just the name was so fitting, bro. And you know, we started hanging out and stuff, and I'm gonna tell y'all, so Connie was, if I have one zodiac sign, and I'm not even trying to be that girl that's like, oh, I know everything about you based off your zodiac sign, but if I have one zodiac sign that I do not tend to get along with, bro, you know where they be circulating like, what zodiac sign would you never date again on TikTok? When it comes to that, I feel like there should be a, which zodiac sign do you not like, would you not be friends with again? And I'm not saying I would actually like, oh, F this one. But usually I have tried multiple times to have friends that were this particular sign. I'm going to get to it. This particular sign, and it just never works. It be giving competition, shady, possessive. Maybe y'all can guess just based off that. Connie was a Scorpio child. I feel like every time I've had Scorpio friends, they have always been in secret competition with me. Like, just through little stuff they would say or do. Because I remember I had this Scorpio friend at when I worked at Twin Peaks, and it was kind of like that too. Like, I remember, and I think I might have mentioned this in a story time before, or maybe I didn't, but I had my nails done one day, and I remember I came in and I had went to her nail tech a couple times. And I came in because I went to like a different nail tech or whatever, and I'm showing the girls my nails because they're like, oh my god, I love your nails, I love your nails. I'm showing them. She literally puts her hand above mine. She was like, yeah, those are cute, but they're not so-and-so's nails. I'm just like, we supposed to be friends. Like, why do you do that? Like, what was the reason? Or I remember there was another time with that same Scorpio friend where when we were friends, she was like, we went over to these guys' place or whatever. No, they came over to my apartment. We're all hanging out. It had been a bad night at work, and the guys were like, they were saying something, and I can't remember what I said, and she goes, oh yeah, Cherry, didn't you say it was a bad night for you tonight at work? Like, wasn't tonight bad? And then starts proceeding to talk about like how she made like so much that night or whatever. I'm just like, why do you do this? Like, whenever we would get around guys, like, she would always say like shady stuff or whatever, and honestly around other girls too, it would be like shady stuff, but then would also like really want to be my friend. I don't know, I'm sure she's not that same person anymore, but those are just memories that I have from a previous Scorpio. So in this story time, this Scorpio used to do like little stuff too, but it was different. It wasn't necessarily competing with me over like material things, but we'll get there. So I just feel like in the past I do not mesh well with Scorpios. It's always been just very underlying, like, I want you to be my friend and I'm possessive of you, but I'm also competing with you. So like, I don't ever want you to outshine me, but I also don't want anyone else to be friends with you, because I only want you, I want to be your only friend. And I don't like that. So, but with this particular, so with Connie, bro, with Connie was the type of friend, and when I say whole friend, I mean the type of friend, Kitty and I could not go anywhere. There was not a territory we could come across where Connie would not find someone to. And I'm just like, I ain't judging, but damn, Connie, if this is what you're gonna be doing, you need to let us in on the tea. Like, you need to let us know what's your vibe tonight, because if we not on that and you on that, you be having us in predicaments because you be the only friend that's on that. So I'm gonna start this off with the wildest time that she was on that, bro. And I will say that I'm going to have to delete my vlogs from this trip in order to tell y'all this story, so y'all do not be going through there trying to put two and two together. Those are coming down before I post these. Kathy, myself, and another ex-friend of ours, stupid stank ass motherfucking fugazi ass bitch, we all four of us went down to the islands. We went to go dance. This was back in 2019. And we went because Connie had told us, she was like, yo, I go down here every like 2 or 3 months. I make a ton of money. I rack up. And that's just been, that's what she was doing on the regular. She was literally, the flights were cheap. She was going down there and she was like, I go down there and I'll be coming back with like 9-10 racks every time I go. And I'll be making that in like a week or two. And then I just come back up here. So we're like, oh, okay, we want to go do that. And I vlogged and everything. So if you guys are OGs, then you remember that vlog. That trip was ghetto, but the money was good, or it was good at the time, being a baby dancer. Like now, with what I've been exposed to now, if I would have made what I made back then in a week, I'd be, or no, actually no, I wouldn't be tight. I'd be like, okay, it was a little slow, but it was a straight week. So let me not even say that. But at the time, I was like, oh my God, this is so much money. I was saving up to move back to New York. You know, I was dealing with my toxic ex. He was cheating. And I'm just like, I need this bread. So I'm like, oh, that's genius. I need a break. My ex is being a toxic hoe. So boom, we're like, oh, this is great. Me and Kitty are like, you know, we'll go down there, we'll make money or whatever. I was bartending at the time. I was like, I don't mind taking the, and granted, I was making great money at where I was bartending at, but I was like, why not make more? I'll take off the time, use it as a vacation, and get to make some money. Like, why not? Y'all, we get down there, and even though we made great money, Connie did not tell us that a large portion of the money that she was making was because she was down there selling cat. So you got me, Kitty, and another girl down there. Mind you, all of us are in relationships. Like, granted, like, my ex was toxic. He was cheating, and I was on the way out of one. But all of us in relationships, we down here thinking we going down here dance. We over here looking around. You know, we waking up in the morning like, okay, we finna explore the island and shit. Can't explore the island because Connie is out passing out Kitty around half the island. We like, bro. So we sitting in the crib waiting on Connie to come back from her festivities. And that's really, we were just like, bro, like, why would you not tell us you was down here selling cat? We probably would have rethunk. I don't even know that's the word. We probably would have rethunk, come down here with your ass. Girl, the fuck? Why you didn't tell us that? Boom, that was our first interaction with, or I want to say that was our first one. She probably had previous ones, because honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. I promise y'all, this is no shade. I'm not telling this story to be mean. Connie was getting around, son. Like, God damn. We could not, bro. I ain't never, like, it's rare, bro. I've only, actually, no, let me not say never. I've only met maybe 1 or 2 other people in my lifetime that were this goddamn bad. I was like, we can't go nowhere. We damn near could have taken Connie. Like, y'all know the type of people who are not saying this was Connie. Connie did get around, but she won't this goddamn bad. But I haven't met somebody who's this. Y'all have y'all ever had a friend where you literally, you can't take anywhere? You could take them to the fucking gas station, and while you was pumping gas, they would be getting their back blown out in the gas station bathroom. You could take them to McDonald's, and while you was ordering your food, they would be getting their back blown out in McDonald's. You could take them to a party. They not finna be partying with your ass because they finna get missing because they getting their back blown out at the party. Y'all, the mall. You could be shopping for Mother's Day for your mama. You could be in Pandora and they'd be standing right beside you, and you turn around as, oh girl, you like this charm? And the minute you turn around, you was talking to air because they is getting their back blown out somewhere in the mall by the sexy janitor that they seen walking past Pandora. You just be like, God, bro, I can't blink without you going in and out this cat. And I get this adjustment free zone, friend, but god damn, let me know that's the type of time you on, so I know if I need to come or not. Or maybe you just not the friend I need to invite for this activity. I really can't invite you to no activities because you don't discriminate. You always find someone somewhere. Fuck. Oh my god. Dang. Connie wasn't necessarily that bad, but she was that bad, bro. And this is not to be mean in this story time, but my god, Connie used to have us in some shit. Because that thing was hot and ready all the time. God damn it, Connie. Fuck. Anyway, so boom. So I think, honestly, I think St. Croix was one of our first experiences with just how much Connie used to be popping that cat. But my Lord Jesus, it was quite a week. Because, I mean, boy, we would be like, it would just, I feel like Connie sold us a hope and a dream, and we get down there and we like, oh, we finna make all this money, and you didn't tell us that that's how you was making it. So we really down there looking stupid because none of us was finna be touching what you was touching, because none of us was finna be down there doing what you was doing. Anyway, that was one time. I feel like the funniest time though, and Kitty and I were talking about this when we were in Houston, we just had a random, like, we were just in the room cracking up talking, and we were talking about the fact that on one of our most craziest nights where Connie got us caught up popping that cat, because throughout this is going to be just a series of story times where Connie got us caught up popping that cat. Actually, I'm gonna save this one. Because this one's the best one. I'm gonna save the best one for last. So there was another time we all went to Atlanta. We went to Atlanta for, I think it was for Kitty's birthday. Because Connie was a Scorpio, Kitty's a Libra, and those are like back to back. So I'm pretty sure it was Kitty's birthday. Kitty had a friend, and he was like a brother to her. And Kitty also, because she lived a large portion of her life in Atlanta, knew a lot of people in Atlanta. So she had a lot of old friends that we were linking up with at the time. Like, we were just linking up, hanging out, whatever. So on one of our link ups, bro, we get to her, I think it was some high school friends of hers. We get to their crib. We all drinking, just turning up, just, you know, vibing out, whatever, doing our thing. And I guess Connie hit it off with one of the guys, which is not surprising. Connie hits it off with him. Boom. End of the night. We all thinking like, you know, I'm like, okay, we're about to get in the car. We're about to go home. We're about to go back to our spot. We're going to sleep. No. Connie is popping that cat. And because Connie is popping that cat, and because we're not janky friends and we don't want to leave Connie, which was always the case. We were like, we're not janky friends. So you know to pop that cat around us because you know we're not finna leave you. That's why I feel like that's why she kept always was doing that around us. Connie started popping that cat. She is effing one of Kitty's old high school friends. No issue. Cool. It's like 4 or 5 a.m. I'm trying to go to sleep. You know, eventually, you know, I thought y'all was finna hit a little 1-2, we was finna go home, but no, they was hitting a little 1-2 from like 3 to 5 days. And all the friends before Connie was popping that cat, all the friends was trying to choose up. You could tell all the friends were trying to choose up, but I'm like, I'm not on that, y'all. No, it's not giving that. And even with Kitty, it's like, she not on it, it's not giving that. Kitty was still, I think honestly, Kitty was still up there because again, she knew them, so she's up there, she talking to them or whatever. But eventually, I went down to the car because I'm thinking we finna leave, so I went down to the car. I fall asleep in the car. I wake up, it's 4 or 5 a.m. We still here. Bitch, what the fuck? What the fuck? I'm like, oh my God. Okay, so, okay. The bitch got stamina. I ain't mad at it. I got stamina too. Cool. I'm not mad at it. I think I tried to go to sleep some more because I didn't want to be in the crib just sitting awkwardly in the crib because, again, it's a crib full of niggas and I'm not popping no cat, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm in the car trying to go to sleep. Yo, 4 or 5 turning to 6, 7. I don't think we went home till like 8 that day. It was daylight, bro. Connie is popping that cat until daylight, bro. Mind you, we were staying with the brother friend to Kitty, bro. We get back to the brother friend crib, bro. It's daylight, whatever. Connie then proceeds to F the brother friend. I'm like, Connie is wilding, but I'm minding my business. It's none of my business. So Connie F's the brother friend. Okay, Connie, cool. You know, it is what it is. Do your thing. So I feel like Connie at the time was going through deeper-ish because I can't even mention these without mentioning everything else that was happening at the time. And this is without telling her business because I'm not even a lame-ass bitch like that. I would never. But I will tell the stories that I witnessed, that I was there for, that put me in tight predicaments. I'll tell those stories, but I'm not gonna just be telling her business. With Connie, we would just always end up, bro. I remember, I think that same trip we went to another friend's house of Kitty from back in the day. They was out in Bumblefuck. We in a trap house. One of those trap houses where you don't even want to sit on the couch, boy. We are deep somewhere in Bumblefuck, Atlanta, hood ass Atlanta. In the trappest of trap house. It is roaches. It is dirty. It is like it's limited furniture. You can tell like no one actually, or maybe someone actually did live there. I don't know. It kind of gave maybe like, it gave, this is not livable, but somebody is actually living here, but barely. It was just the trap house of all trap houses. So we in there, but you know, back in the day, we all dancing, like, you know, we dancing, we drinking, which I don't know why we dancing and drinking. It's like maybe like 8 of us total in this trap house. Like, we having a whole party in the trap house with just like 8 of us. And this was supposed to be the pregame before we went to the club that night. We were supposed to go to the club that night, and we did go to the club. I can't remember which one, but we went to the club and we had a time. We had a time. Actually, if y'all live in Atlanta or from Atlanta and y'all remember, there was this club called One, and club was like, it was a club, but it was an after hour spot too. It used to stay open later than all the other clubs, and it was so lit. Club One was so lit that during the duration of that trip, we went back to One like 2 or 3 times. We went multiple nights because it was that lit, and every single night we went, it was just as lit as outside. So boom. But the trap house was the pregame spot before One. So we walk in, we're cute, we're in our club attire in the trap house. Connie is popping cat in the bando, bro. During that one Atlanta trip, and I'm not even capping, and this is, again, this is no shade. I do not want people to think I'm judging Connie. I'm just saying, girl, you had to send some shit. During the duration of this trip, bro, I think Connie probably popped it to 5 different people, bro. It was just left, right. Connie is popping cat, bro. We is trying to monitor the cat for Connie because we like, bro, if you finna pop cat at this spot, we need to know at this point. We need to know so that we can keep. Well, shit, we can't get the fuck because, you know, we're not finna leave your ass. Just stuck looking stupid. Connie used to pop cat so bad that, well, I won't say that she, like, what services like she provides as far as like beauty industry, because I feel like I would give it away. But when Kitty used to go over to Connie's crib to go get services done, bro, and I'm really keeping this at a minimum, bro, it used to take her so long because I remember Kitty telling me a story where she was like, bro, I went over there to get, and she had like a trip or something. She's like, I went over there to get my stuff done. I go over there, everything cool, you know, it's taking Connie a minute, because you know how sometimes people get comfortable, like when they're doing services for their friends, and it take them longer because they're comfortable. They, you know, they talking, they eating, they doing other stuff or whatever. So it's already taking long. I remember laughing so hard because Kitty was like, bro, I just ended up leaving because Connie started having an orgy in her crib with one of her friends. And I'm like, damn, Connie. So then, you know, we get to the last two little stories I'm gonna tell. So during our Atlanta trip, bro. During our Atlanta trip, and this was the funniest one because this was our last one. We had went to Medusa and met these like Detroit rappers or this Detroit rapper and his entourage. It was I think only one of them rap. Detroit rapper and his entourage at Medusa. I don't know who he is. I can't remember the name. I don't think he ended up being big, but met him there. Him and Connie hit it off. Cool.
Also, just side note, I'm not gonna cap y'all. And again, I just have to keep saying, like, this is not to be mean. Connie used to, like, really, like, these motherfuckers would be ugly as hell. Like, ugly, bummy, just, like, I think that's kind of why it would be so easy for her to find people to kind of, like, mess with wherever we went, because like she really didn't have, I'm sorry, there's no nice way to say it. I'm really trying to be nice. She really didn't have like standards when it came to these dudes. Like, I feel like she would just do it just to do it a lot of time. So even with like the rap guy, it wasn't like she met some poppin' or like some super fine rap dude. It was like, you could tell during that time he was like, I wouldn't say big, but he definitely wasn't like small either, but he was not cute in the face at all. But I get, or maybe that was just Connie's type, like, because none of them was ever like, they were really like, we would be looking like, bro, this cannot be who you went missing with. But it would be. So, yeah, anyway.
We finish our night in Medusa. We get done with the whole night. I think we had went back to Kitty's brother spot. We go back to his spot or whatever. Or yeah, I think we either went back to his spot or maybe we were still out. Maybe we were eating or something. I don't know where we were coming from. But I just remember this Detroit rapper had a mansion all the way on the outskirts of Atlanta. Like, it was like Atlanta, but like barely considered Atlanta. Super nice Airbnb in a really nice neighborhood. But Connie, like, I want to go hang with them, y'all, let's go hang with these guys. And it was late as hell. Like, I want to say this was probably, no, because it was still dark outside by the time that we ended up leaving. So she probably made the decision that she wanted to hang out with them maybe 3 or 4 a.m. because it was after the club. Y'all, the Uber to get over to them, because they were so far, was like a 45-minute Uber. So when he said he'll Uber us out there, we not asking like how far it is. We just like, oh, okay, cool, you know, Uber's out there, whatever, drink, hang out, chill, whatever. 45 minutes. We just like, damn, we still in the car right now. The hell? Boom, we get over there. They got, and mind you, this is a nice, you could tell somebody owned this Airbnb. Nice mansion Airbnb. They got mad tree laid out all over the place. They got hella blickies all over the kitchen. All over the kitchen. It's like 2, 3 on the counter. It's some on the other counter. I'm like, yeah, okay. So we drinking, we smoking or whatever, and you could tell like they were fiending to get us drunk. And me and Kitty just kept on saying, like, we're like, you know, we took a couple shots, but at the end of the day, we know our limit. So after we started peeping, like, okay, like, I can't take no more, or I'm gonna really be like out, or like, you know, they gonna be able to do some weird stuff. I'm not doing that. So after a while, it's like, you know, we start pretending to take shots or whatever, because they was pressing it. Y'all take another shot. Y'all not. I know that Drewski skit that he had, I guess, got in trouble for, but it wasn't because it was a bad skit or he was being a creep. It was because he was exposing how these dudes be creepy as hell, and the dudes got mad because they know they're creeps.
Take a shot. Take a shot. Oh, she bullshit, bro. That baby ass shot, bro. Yo, it's demon time, huh?
So you know how guys be like, oh, Y'all not drinking, man, go ahead, take that shot. Like, bro, why you acting like that? Like, you know, you trying to, you scary, go ahead. And it's like, you could tell, you know, you looking at us, we're small girls. You know, after the first couple shots, that if we keep taking these, we not gonna be coherent, we not gonna be in our right mind. Like, stop trying to pressure us into taking these shots. Like, y'all are weird. They was being real pushy. And at that time, in 2019, that was the year I stopped smoking. I think I stopped smoking in like 2017 or 2018. It was 2018. I stopped smoking in 2018. And so that was a year after I stopped smoking. So it's like I was still kind of hit it here and there. But overall, I'm not a smoker. I don't smoke. So I was telling them, I was like, yo, like, you know, they smoking, like, they rolling back to back to back big blunts. And I'm like, I don't smoke. So they like, nah, come on, da da da. And, you know, when they were saying that, I'm like, if I said I don't smoke, I ain't smoking for no nigga. But if my friends be like, hit the, for my friends, or for certain friends, for my bestie, I'm hitting for you. So my camera overheated, one of my lights done died, and I got cold. So we're gonna tell the rest of the story like this, and I'm gonna speed it up. So we're smoking, we're downstairs, and Connie goes get missing with the rapper dude. They upstairs, boom. So Kitty and I are like, you know, the guys are being like, they being real pushy about us drinking, like just weird and pushy or whatever. So we're like, oh, we about to go to the bathroom. We really just want to go take selfies. Because they were being pushy, but we weren't. We should have been a lot more nervous. I don't know why the hell we weren't more nervous than we were. Because it's like 7, 8 guys in the house and literally 3 of us. So it's like, what did you... Anyway. So we go to the bathroom and we're taking selfies or whatever. We're just in there talking, vibing, taking selfies. One of the guys comes to the door and he starts knocking on the door. He's like, oh, y'all been in there for a minute. Da, 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 da. Like, what y'all doing in there? What y'all doing? We're like, we're just using the bathroom. And he starts getting like irritated and aggravated. Like, nah, y'all need to come out here. Da, da, da. Like, what y'all doing in there? And we're like, how you going? Okay, you trying to rush us out the bathroom. You're not finna rush us out the bathroom, whatever. So he getting irritated. He won't leave us alone. Like, we are in the bathroom. We probably in the bathroom like 5, 6 minutes before he comes over there and starts like hassling us. And then he's like hassling us for like another 5 minutes. So we finally come out of the bathroom. We come out of the bathroom. They're like, they're getting like even more and more aggressive. Like, they're surrounding us or whatever. They're like, yo, like, you know, basically, they basically are on some like, oh, you know, what y'all been doing in there, da da da. Like, why y'all trying to hide? Like, da da da. Y'all want to come drink somewhere? I want to come smoke. Like, what y'all on type shit. Trying to like bully us out of some like, you're not gonna bully me out of no cat. Out of my shit, out of my own shit. You're not gonna bully me out of no cat. They're literally surrounding us in a circle to the point we're like, bro, we need to get the fuck ASAP. They getting pushy, they getting mad, they getting more aggravated or whatever because we not giving up no cat. But Connie upstairs giving up cat. So Connie ended up coming downstairs at one point because we like, oh, you know, like, we like, oh, we about to leave, we gotta get our Uber, we about to leave, whatever. And I think, I want to say he was like, oh, I ain't buying them bitches no Ubers because they ain't fucking, da da da. Like, I want to say he had said something along that nature, but I don't know if I'm just exaggerating memory, like, in my memory, or if he actually said that. But I want to say he said something along those lines. Because I don't think he paid for our Uber back. Actually, we should have been more scared than we were because it's like, they got, like, mad in the kitchen. Why are we not scared? It's the bird in me. We're literally just some like from bird head ass bitches at that time. So we're like, oh no, we did order the Uber, and we ordered the Uber, and I remember this because yo, we ordered the Uber, whatever. The Uber was like, because mind y'all, we're in Bumblefuck. The Uber is probably like 10-15 minutes away, if anybody had even picked up to like Uber us yet. We're like, oh, we're gonna order the Uber. Our Uber's outside. We're like, the Uber's outside because they keep trying to put themselves in between us and the door, or like following us to the door. And we're like, bro, like, y'all are weird. Like, and I just, we weren't scared though. Like, we was like, they doing a lot, but we weren't scared. We should have been. I don't know why we weren't. We're just lit and like, we're leaving. So move. So anyway, we get to the door, we get outside, y'all. We get outside because again, they were getting aggressive, bro. They are cussing me and Kitty out because we not giving no cat. Connie is getting us cussed out by a group of niggas for not giving up no coochie. Why am I getting cussed out for my coochie? For what I'm doing with my coochie? Why am I getting cussed out for that? Why? Connie, damn. So we're getting cussed the hell out. Y'all bitches ain't going in. Them hoes, them scary ass bitches. We're just like, I mean, I'm still leaving, so you ain't getting no coochie. But so we get out, y'all. We get out the front door and we pretend like our Uber's outside. They like, oh, okay, like basically they're like, you know, fuck y'all, bar or whatever. They don't, you know, they're trying to like, they were walking with us towards the door, but they don't walk us outside. So when we go outside, like they kind of was like looking out the door and still saying little stuff here and there or whatever. But when we actually got out the door, we all three of us, we took off running down the street in that neighborhood. It is dark. We're running down the street. I don't even know if we had our shoes on yet. We didn't even take time because I think we had taken our shoes off at the door or something. Or we just took our shoes off because we had heels on, our feet hurt. It was something of one of the two. Bro, we had our shoes in our hand. We're running down the street laughing hysterically at how pressed these men were to get some coochie. We're laughing at the fact we just got cussed out over not giving no cat, bro. We were laughing so hard running down that street. And we're running and we got to the point where even though they was looking outside when we initially went outside, you know when you just no longer care? So we didn't care that they seen us running. We weren't even like on some like, oh, like we'll just walk away and then we'll start running. We walked like to the end of the driveway. They in the midst of closing the door not even already closed yet, we take off running. We're running, laughing hysterically down the street. We cut into one of the neighbors because again, it was a big ass house, but they had like neighbors, like, you know, they spread out, but they had neighbors. So we dip off into one of the neighbors' backyards. Like we like trying to cut in between backyards just so that if they did want to follow us, like they couldn't. And then, you know, in the event that, but also like out of embarrassment, like who wants a group of guys, like even though they're weird, like who wants a group of guys looking at you hanging outside? So we don't want to be seen either. So we duck behind the neighbor's backyard and we are hysterically laughing. Like we were laughing so hard. That's probably one of the most genuine funny moments. Like, I mean, looking back on it, it's not funny. That's actually that you know, could have gone way worse. But that was one of the hardest times I've laughed in my life, bro. We were cackling at that shit. But I'm like, bro, Connie done got us caught up over some Connie, keep your coochie to yourself. Damn it. There's so many more situations, but I'm really trying to like put this all into like one story that's not super long. The last one that I can remember, and this was not a Connie coochie story. This was a Connie, you be giving so much coochie and you don't be giving an F so damn bad that your child is seeing this. This is the last one I'm gonna say because this is the one that made me be like, bro, I really honestly genuinely considered calling CPS. I'm not even gonna cap. This moment made me say, damn, like you really don't give a f, to the point where, and honestly, even when Kitty had told me about the orgy thing, that one made me think that too, because I'm like, when she did that orgy shit, her and the friend both had their kids in the house, and so their kids are saying like, ew, nasty, like pointing through like the window, because I guess the kids were in the backyard or something. They pointing through the window because their mama is having to, you know, getting her clappers ate out by her friend, and the kids can see it. Why? The last one that made me feel like that, and again, I didn't really know what went on like in between, because anytime we would hang out with Connie, of course, like we not hanging out with her and her child or whatever, so I don't really know the dynamics a lot. But I will say that this one, I was like, I might need to call the people on you, girl. I don't even know if I can say this on here. Myself, Kitty, and the friend that we were friends with at the time, and then also Connie. We were on a group chat. And we would talk like every day. Like we would always be talking in this group chat all the time. Y'all. Why does one day we're in a group chat, we're talking, and we're just talking about like, it's just something random. Like just, it was not nothing. I think that we were just doing a check like, hey, what's everybody doing? Like y'all trying to grab food or something later. Like something of that nature. Like just some regular shit. Why do we get an attachment, right? We get an attachment. And you know how it shows you a preview. So in the preview, we can't tell what it is. Like you literally can't tell what it is. So we get the attachment and everybody and it's a video. So we all just looking like, that's so weird. Because I don't know, like you can tell when you're in that type of conversation where like your friends may or may not send you a video or whatever. I mean, I guess some people do it. Some people do it sporadically, but most of the time like you can kind of read the room, like you can tell when you're about to get like an attachment, you know? So we get one at random, so we thinking it's gonna be some haha, you know, whatever. Y'all, her child was doing something very disturbing. So I guess Connie had stepped into the shower while we were in the midst of our group chat, right? And so sometimes like, you know, she would give her daughter the phone or whatever, because her daughter was old enough to know like how to like, her daughter was young, but she knew how to navigate a phone, you know? So Connie, I guess, was stepped away from the phone in the shower or something. So her daughter had the phone. So we're thinking that at this point, we have been talking to Connie previously in the group chat. So we're still thinking we're talking to Connie. So when we get the attachment, we're thinking it's from Connie. We open the attachment. Only should she not know how to do it. She shouldn't know how to do it and then send it to other. Why does your child know how to send that stuff through text message? You know what I mean? So we all just... You done traumatized all of us. We traumatized. We don't want to open nothing else from you from this day forward. We don't want to open nothing else from you. Honestly, it wasn't long after that we, you know, stopped effing with Connie and fell off with her. Because it's just like, I'm looking at you differently as a person right now. Traumatized the hell out of us. What is going on? Like, what the... And Connie just laughing it off. She never used to like... She used to think it was funny. Like, her daughter would be acting out and doing stuff that is like very... to me, indicates like... a child might be in distress. Like her daughter was, you know, like Connie would laugh about the fact that like she was like, yeah, my daughter's a bully, and be laughing like, that's not funny. She might be going through something. Like what do you mean? Like, why are you laughing this off? The last ever instance with Connie, and this is, you know, what I was saying with the Scorpios and them being competitive, is Kitty and Connie had come up to New York, right? And she came up to New York, and at the time she had owed Kitty some money. Not my story to tell, but long story short, she owed her some money. And they came up here to New York, and Connie was just basically like, just blatantly like, just blowing money in Kitty's face. Like, it's like, you owe her money. But in the midst of her doing that, we are out shopping, and Connie is like, oh, you know, should I get this or should I get that? Da da da. Which is like, okay, you shopping in front of your friend's face, you know you owe your friend money. That's weird. But then also like, when, you know, Kitty was doing some shopping too, and, you know, Kitty was asking, you know, should I get this or should I get that, whatever. And it was like, I don't know what the item was. Maybe it was like a jacket or shoe or something. And Connie was asking about it, and she was like, yeah, so should I get it or whatever? And I said something. She was like, oh, well, let me go ask my best friend, in reference to Kitty, which me and Kitty have been best friends for a minute now. Like, girl. She's like, well, let me go ask my best friend, because my bestie knows me. My best friend knows me. And at this point, myself and Kitty had been best friends for a minute. We were super close and still are super close. And honestly, I won't go as far to say that like threesome friend groups don't work, because I do feel like there are cases where they work. But it's quite often that two of the friends are closer, and anytime they try to bring in another person, it doesn't work. And that's what we have mainly experienced. Like, we are always the last people standing whenever we try to expand and bring other girls into the friend group. So no new friends. So anyway, she's like, oh, well, my bestie knows me, referring to Kitty. And I'm just like, girl, that's what I mean about Scorpios and their possessiveness and wanting to compete. Like, once they latch on, they want to be your only friend. And it's like, girl, like, I was here before you, I'll be here after you. Nothing you say is going to change the dynamic of our friendship. And she kept on putting emphasis on like my best friend, like trying to third wheel me, or like trying to ice me out, as if like, oh, well, you don't know Kitty as well as I know her because that's my best friend. And it's like, girl, you came after me. You a whole 2 years late. We have just started hanging out with you, girl. It really, you a whole 2.5, 3 years late. Because me and Kitty met in 2017 and been like this since day one. Girl. And she would always do stuff like that. Like, she would always do little stuff where it would be like, I would feel like, and it was never enough to where I was like fixated on it, or like I was like, oh, like let me like bring this up or like say anything or whatever. Which looking back on it, I probably should have, but I'm just, there was no need, because I knew at the end of the day, like, that's my best friend. We gonna remain best friends. Like, nothing you say is gonna change that, and I'm secure in my position. So it's like, you want me to go, like, I don't know, like you want to feel like you is like doing something and you're not. So like, I have no need to say something because I don't feel no type of way about it. You feel some type of way. So, but she would always do little stuff like that. Like, she would just like say little shady stuff to like try to put Kitty in a position where she would have to choose sides, or like trying to like make fun of me and then try to get Kitty in on it. And mind you, Kitty not no fly ass bitch, so it's like, it's not like it was working, but it's like it was like I could see her trying though. Like, she had a lot of moments where she would do stuff like that. It was just always like, girl, like, I'm not competing with you. Like, I'm not competing with you for my bestie, because I know that's my bestie. The fuck? I don't compete where others do not compare. I'm not doing that. I know I'm big dog. That's my bestie. Period. I don't know. It was just, I don't know. It was weird. And I mean, she was younger than us, so I feel like her age would just show a lot of the time. And she had a lot of other stuff going on too. But again, you know, that ain't my business. I'm only telling the stuff that pertained to me. Long story short, Connie used to be popping that cat, and it would have us in predicaments, boy. And that's all. If y'all have ever had a friend like that, let me know in the comments down below. Please share your thoughts, your stories. I will see you on my next video. Give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and give this a like. I should have, you know, I said this in the beginning. I gotta say it again. Go ahead and give this a like so people can bring their ass here, boy. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss my other videos, because I'm trying to be consistent. I always say that. I'll be trying though. I'll be trying. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.